In late June, I posted a video on the sad news of the likely cancellation of the LCF. And while it was a tearjerker at the time, there was still hope that the twin turbo V8 that Lexus was producing was going to still be under development and employed in future upcoming products, just not the LCF and the return of the F brand to its fullest. Well, today we just got hit with some heartbreaking news again. In today's video, we're going to dive as deep as we can into that rumor and kind of justify why they might be going that route, no V8s. And then we also got brand new leaked images, or I should say spy shots, of the upcoming GT86. Welcome back, Lexurious Fleet. My name's Kirk. If you're new, I cover Japanese autos, and I am out in mountainous, beautiful Colorado to test drive this bad boy. And speaking of 8.6, I will be test driving the Hakone 8.6 later this week. Subscribe, hit the bell icon so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos on Japanese autos. All right, Lexus enthusiasts broke the news to me. Fabulous website. If you're new to them, definitely check them out on a regular basis. But this is coming from MagX Report, and this is in the September issue of the MagX. It's a scoop magazine based on rumors. A lot of these rumors are founded in truth because they're at the source of where these automobiles are made. But one of the topics you can see right here, something V8 in Japanese, and then it says right here with Google Translate, Toyota gives up V8 engine development. And this is going to be a heartbreaker for a lot of us. With the UZ lineup, with the UR lineup, iconic motors, super durable, super reliable, often fuel thirsty, but it's a V8. What do you expect? But around the time I got the rumor of the LCF being canceled, I also made a video on the upcoming Tundra and its potential power plant. So we're going to revisit that, and that's going to probably shed some light on why the V8s are going out the window. So here is the spreadsheet that I had for potential Tundra power plants upcoming in the next few years. So the base engine is going to be a 3.5 liter twin turbo V6 that we see in the LS500. They're going to up the horsepower, at least that's my guess. Maybe even give it a mild hybrid at this point standard. So that's a possibility, but that's not going to increase horsepower or anything like that. So 420 horsepower up to 450 pound-feet of torque, maybe even more. And with that kind of power, why do you need a V8? Well, you want the V8 for reliability and less things to go wrong. But I tell you what, not very many people are going to complain with the amount of power you get out of these twin turbo V6s. The second option here gets me really excited here. We see twin turbo V6. Now, I don't know if it's going to be the same 3.5 liter V6 that we saw in the base motor, but 500 horsepower potentially. And I got that from taking a 19% from looking at the RAV4 the RAV4 hybrid. It's the most recent iteration of hybrid synergy drive technology from Toyota, and they get about a 19-20% performance boost from adding the hybridization. So I just added that 19-20% to this 420 horsepower, and that gets us about 500 horsepower and 530 pound-feet of torque. Who needs a V8 at that point? And I know you can get tons of power from turbocharging a V8, but as things get more and more emission strict, this is probably the wisest way to go for Toyota and Lexus. And then lastly, a plug-in hybrid option using that same twin turbo V6. And then I took about 50%, 48% from going from the base RAV4 to the prime RAV4. You get about almost a 50% performance boost. And if I take the 420 and add 50% from there, I'm over 600 horsepower here. And remember, you're gonna have plug-in range, maybe 40 miles of plug-in range on full electric mode. So that's probably where they're putting all their eggs in their baskets right now. And V8s just isn't a part of that plan, as they are not fuel efficient enough, and you can get all the performance you need out of these hybridized V6 twin turbo setups. I know it's super complicated. I know you guys are not going to be super thrilled about that, but that's just the way things are right now, and I'm excited either way. Twin turbo V8, nothing sounds like a V8, but that's why we have the LC500 right now. We have the GSF, will rest in peace. The RCF probably rest in peace soon, and the whole F brand, the whole F division at this point is kind of up in air. I think they might eventually debut that as a full electric lineup, but at this point it's really hard to say. Second article, when you talk about prototype of the second generation Toyota 8.6 Subaru BRZ has been spotted in heavy camouflage. and it looks super similar to the current one. And that's because they're not going to have a redesign. They're just going to update, refresh the current model that they have, and potentially put in a larger engine. 2.4 liter, maybe a little around 220 horsepower compared to the 206 horsepower, but that's really not a big horsepower jump. But take it with a grain of salt because no official details have been leaked. Yeah, this picture here and the pictures down here look super similar to these images that I posted about a month ago as well. A lot of you guys didn't like this rear taillight setup. Well, looking at this spy shot, it looks really similar. It almost looks like the rear of a Mazda from here in a lot of ways. And that's not a bad thing, because as I look at the back of this RF, gosh, I can't stop looking at it. If I look at the back of this thing, it looks pretty good. But even the front headlights, you can see the daytime running light here at the bottom. And as we go to these renders here, you can see that daytime running light definitely filtering to the bottom, possibly even around this triple beam LED headlight setup. And it is hard to tell if there's a scoop here, because it looks like there's some sort of shadow, or maybe it's a part of the camouflage where this is blacking out this inlet here. So yeah, it's quite possible that this could enter its way into there, and I'm okay with that. I like the shark gills, but it's too hard to tell from this shadow to see if that is going to make it into this production version. Well guys, I hope that was good news with the V8s being canceled. I guess we can spin it towards electrification, twin turbo V6s, and they're going to be outstanding engines. They're going to be as reliable as that technology will allow for, because it's Toyota, it's Lexus. Twin turbo V8, if you want that, you're going to have to go to the Germans at this point, because it looks like twin turbo V6, plug-in hybrid is the near future for Lexus and Toyota, probably for the next 10 years. And then maybe after that, depending on how things goes, full electrification after that. And this new 8.6, too much camouflage to tell, but based off the headlights and the taillights, those renders that we got a month or two ago look very, very close to what this is going to potentially look like. And let me know in the comments, guys, would you pick a plug-in hybrid twin turbo V6 with 40 miles electric range, over 600 horsepower potentially, or would you still rather have a twin turbo V8, not as good gas mileage, not as versatile? Let me know. And then transmissions is a thing, but I'm not going to extend this video for another 10 minutes to talk about the transmissions on a twin turbo V8 versus an ECVT setup like we see in all the Toyota hybrids. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't smashed the like button, go ahead and do that, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. And until next time, peace out, take care of yourselves.